Hello, Action Catalyst listeners, and welcome to Overtime with Outland, episode 481 with Michael Chad Hoeppner, author, professor, and founder and CEO of GK Training. Here are some of the lessons that we learned from our episode with Michael. Number one, sometimes you have to act your way into proper thinking instead of trying to think your way into proper acting. This is at the root of so many of the techniques Michael teaches for being a better, more comfortable speaker. Too often, people get so anxious in their own head that it freezes them up physically. But if you concentrate on the physical first, doing something simple to keep yourself focused on an action, it keeps you from getting too inside of your own head. Michael says that in the acting world, this is known as an inside out versus outside in approach to a character. And acting was a part of Michael's background. Number two, communication is critical, especially for kids. Michael says phones, screens, remote education, and social interaction have all led to diminished communication skills in children, and that now is a real make or break moment in history to try and reverse our course on this. I know one of the things that my wife and I really love doing with our own kids that are both under the age of 3 currently has been giving them engaging activities to do, not actually allowing hardly any screen time, because 0 to 7 is such a critical time for social interaction, for communication, for vocabulary building. And I completely agree with what Michael shared around giving kids a special attention for communication skills when they're young. Number 3, prepare, but don't rely on preparation, particularly prepared materials like scripts or notes. Michael likens this again to the world of acting. In many forms of acting, the script is important, but more for setting the tone and feel of how a scene should unfold. The individual words aren't as important. They are there more to help trigger the actor into a certain mindset or conjure a certain feeling. The same is true of any speaking engagement. If you're too wrapped up in getting the words precisely right, you'll be taking yourself out of the present and taking yourself out of engaging with your audience on a real level. While it's true that scripts are helpful, particularly in a sales role, a script will only get you so far. Ultimately, your rapport and relationship with a client or an audience is what's going to earn applause or close a deal, not reciting the right magic words. So much more from this interview. It was great. For these insights and many more, check out the full interview in Action Catalyst episode 481 with Michael Chad Hoeppner.